I think so, but as I said at the front end, the intent of that position really was to get guys coming in the door and help them with the transition. So it's a process. It's a process, and I think it's been beneficial to our younger players. It's typically where the highest rate of failure is, I think, or rate of incident. Guys making mistakes, bad decisions. More typically younger players. And as I said earlier too, we have higher expectations for our players as they get older and they move further along in the program. They should be more knowledgeable. They should be more disciplined and diligent with their studies, their conduct, as well as their football. We have higher expectations football-wise too as they get older.
And if I could just piggyback on that decision, in hindsight, I'm pleased from an administrative standpoint with the hire and the decision. One of the things we knew when we hired the position, this person, sort of like the quarterback in a football game, too much credit when things are going well and too much blame when things aren't going well. We don't anticipate this one hire, this one person can monitor all of our student athletes. It would just be impossible. At the same time, when we go through a stretch like we have for a couple of years where our level of incidents has been reduced, he's a contributing factor, but it's much broader than that as well. But I'm very pleased with our decision to make the hire and continue to look forward to him working with our young student athletes as they come through.
How much do coaches get involved with? Not saying that they do Chick's job, but how much would your assistants have say in that?
Well, when Chick was hired, we didn't just
right. I
give
understand.
him all the responsibility. Every coach is responsible for their players. That's and I'm responsible for everybody in our program, coaches, players, staff, what have you. That's just the nature of the thing. So everybody, and college football coaching, the football aspect is a small percentage of what we do. It's just a very small percentage. It's the difference between coaching in the professional ranks versus the collegiate ranks. It's a small percentage. Huge amount of time in recruiting, huge amount of time in player development. That's where our biggest focus would be. And all that being said, some stories turn out better than others.
Darrell is done for the bowl game. No bowl. He's
That's
out.
a fair assumption.
Kirk, you talked about the seniors and the banquet and so on. You have your leadership group. What sort of response do you think you will get from?
Positive. I think this is. We've got 115 players on the team right now, 114 players on the team. I think they've all. None of them were happy with losing football games. They weren't a year ago either. We lost 2, and our players want to do things right. They want us to win on the field. They want us to win off the field. And when players aren't fully invested, they want. They want to make sure we're moving forward in a positive way. So I think my sense is we practiced over the weekend 4 times, Thursday through Sunday, and the team's been very good. They've been very, very positive in their actions, and see good things ahead.
How do you address these type of incidents with the players? Do you hold a team meeting to talk about what happened with the arrest on Thursday, or players announcing that they're leaving? How do you talk about this with the rest of the team?
Well, we addressed Tuesday's events on Thursday as our first team meeting, first time we had them all together. And we met through the weekend like we always do and talk about any topic that's current. And I would emphasize again, we have a lot of good guys on the team. And Adam Robinson's a good guy. He just has not been, taking care of business the way I expect him to. So it's a simple equation. He got to the point, and he was approaching that point back a couple of weeks ago, as evidence in the Ohio State game. Him not participating at the front end. And, in my estimation, he wasn't learning fast enough from that point on. So, to the best of my knowledge, he'll be eligible for the game, unless he just fails to take his finals. I don't anticipate that. So, it's not a matter of eligibility, whatever. It's just a matter of the way he's been, following up in the way I feel he should, and he's chosen not to.
So if Adam's situation is not drug-related, do you worry about him being lumped together with all this other stuff?
That was one of the points I was trying to make earlier. There are a lot of things that players get evaluated on. We had an incident a week ago, and I think that's well documented what that was all about. But my sense is, again, I don't go on the message boards, and my sense is from the feedback I've gotten, a lot of people have lumped all 3 players together, and it sounds like the number's bigger than 3. And if that is accurate, then that's news to me. As I think Gary said earlier, we don't anticipate any more announcements on our roster. We expect the rest of the players to go down to the bowl. And I expect them to practice well and compete well.